Hey there, Selena. I just wanted to say how grateful I am to you for always looking after Pearl. It really does mean so much to me, and I'm not sure that putting it into words like this does it justice. I mean, I really do think that it's thanks to you that I'm even able to get this job in the first place. And I just know that Pearl is grateful to have you around as someone she can count on.
Aw. Well, I am really happy that I've been able to do that all for you and your daughter, Quinn. Although, if I can be honest with you, I really don't get the sense that Pearl likes me one bit. And since she's your daughter, I really have been trying to treat her like my own daughter as well. But I just don't really think that Pearl is all that into the idea of me as her mom.
But we've been married for 10 years, and you've made the happiest I've ever been in my entire life. I just wonder sometimes about what would happen if something happened to me.
Quinn, what are you talking about? Where is this even coming from? I mean, you're only 48 years old. You're still young.
I know, but I'm still older than you. And I think that means I'm at higher risk for something to happen to me. It's just something that I worry about now and then.
Well, I don't think that you have anything to worry about with that. In fact, I don't think that we should even really be talking about something so sad.
Well, I just wanted to say that if anything were to happen to me, if for some reason I were no longer around, I would just want you to live in a way that makes you happy.
Quinn, I really don't understand where any of this is coming from at all. Is there something that you're not telling me right now?
No, it's nothing like that at all. But I just know that Pearl is getting older, and she's probably going to be moving out of the house soon. And even if she doesn't say anything, I want to tell you how grateful I've been to you for watching over my daughter like you would your own child for the past 10 years. After all, I know how much you value your time, and 10 years is nothing to blink at.
Well, thank you so much for saying that, Quinn. That really does mean so much to hear from you. But it's not just my time. You've also shared 10 years of yours and your family's life as well. So I just wanted to let you know how much I'm looking forward to going on our 10th year anniversary trip.
I know, right? It's going to be so fun. I just can't believe that we've made it this far. I really hope that you enjoy where we're going.
Oh, I am sure that I will. And then, when Pearl's moved out and found a job, I am sure that things will settle down with her as well. When are you finally going to leave the house, you old hag? Can't you tell that nobody wants you around here at all? Pearl, why are you talking to me like that? What is the matter with you? I really don't think that is appropriate at all. I understand that you might be in shock given your father's sudden passing, but I'm in shock too. We can't just let ourselves fall apart like this, though. Shock? You think that I'm in shock because my dad died? I'm not in shock. That's just a natural thing. What would I gain from being upset about something like that, huh? I don't understand. What are you trying to say then? You're not upset over your dad dying? Let me just make something clear with you before we go any further with this conversation, Selena. My mom walked on us, and it was you who my dad chose to step in as my stepmother. But that's all you ever were to me. A stepmother. If that at all. And yet, you thought that you could get away with trying to play the role of my mother to me? You did nothing but make me sick and piss me off for years. And more than anything, all that your actions did was make me feel bad for my real mom. Pearl, I understand the way that you feel about your mom. I really did. But her and your father ended their marriage because it was something they didn't think they could fix together. As for your father and I, we only started dating after he and your mom had been divorced. I had nothing to do with that at all. So while I understand how frustrating all of that must have been for you, and how the memories might be getting brought up again now, I think that we would do well to remember that we're on each other's side here. And just what makes you think that I even want to have an old woman like you by my side, huh? I just wish that my real mom was here. She's nothing like you know that? It's so obvious that the only reason you and my dad ever even got together in the first place was because you were after his money. You thought you were going to be able to sponge off of him for the rest of your life, isn't that right? But now he's dead and gone, and you're going to get nothing. But then again, that's exactly what you deserve. Now look, if you want to insult me, then that is one thing, but I do not think that we should be talking about your father this way at all. And just why do you think you get to tell me what to do at all, huh? You really just need to get out of my life already. Do you think that I owe you something? Because if you think you have any power or rights, I'll tell you now that you don't while you're in this house. I really don't think that there's any reason to be acting like this at all. Maybe we should just stop talking for a while and let each other cool off. After all, we are going to be having friends and family arriving soon, and they shouldn't see us fighting or upset with each other. Today is the day that you are finally going to leave this house and never, ever come back. So pack up your bags and beat it already. The funeral's just ended, Pearl. What is the rush? Why can't you just let me mourn your father in peace? What do you mean? You said so yourself that the funeral is over, so what are you still mourning for? In fact, I thought you didn't even need to be there since my mom was supposed to come. So right now, you need to get packing. Although, I should also say that I've already taken the liberty of throwing out a bunch of your stuff. Wait, what? Is that supposed to be some kind of joke or something? Have you been throwing away my belongings? That's right. While you were busy with the funeral and talking to everyone, I snuck back into the house and thought that I'd help you lighten the load of all the suitcases and boxes you need to pack. After all, I'm not running a storage facility here. And I'm not going to let some stranger who isn't even related to me keep her stuff just because she feels like it. In fact, I still can't wrap my head around why you haven't even left the house yet. Don't you realize that I hate you and don't want you around for another single second? But did you really throw away things that belong to me? Even if you wanted me out of the house, you had no right to do that at all. And just who are you to talk about your rights, huh? I'll remind you that this was my dad's house. And as my dad's only living child, that means it's mine too. So if I say that you don't get to live here, then you don't get to live here. And if I say that you aren't allowed to keep certain things in my house, then that's the new rule. And if you don't like living like that, then guess what? There's a door that you can walk right out of and never come back again. I'm gonna be living with my real mom again, so I don't need you. I don't understand. I can't even try when you get like this, Pearl. But now I really do think that you've said too much. No, more than that. You've gone and done too much. I really wish that you would say this is all just some big joke or prank or something like that, but... Oh, trust me, it's not a joke in the least. I have done or will do everything that I've said here. Besides, you really ought to be more grateful to me for what I've done for you. After all I did was take out some trash that I knew you wouldn't need once you weren't living here in my house anymore. You can't just treat other people's things like trash. I know that you know better than that. And are you sure that you really want to go and live with your mom? It's just, I worked so hard to raise you. I treated you like I would my own child. I guess I'm just in shock that so soon after your dad passed away that you would treat me like this. You think that I care if you try to treat me like you would your own child? If you think I do, then you still really don't get it at all. I am not your child, and I never was, so quit talking like that. Okay, if this is the way that you really want to do things, then I guess I can't stop you from acting like this. But just know that you are going to regret acting like this, okay? The only thing I'm regretting is not throwing away more of your stuff. Why are you still hanging around after I told you over and over again that I don't need you around? Why can't you just take the hint and leave me alone already? My dad is dead, so there is not a single reason for you to hang around here another minute. You really do know how to take things too far, don't you? Even after I tell you that you've gone far enough, you just keep pushing and pushing. But okay, if you really want to go and live with your mom, then be my guest. I won't do anything to stop you. You couldn't just stop me if you tried now that my dad is dead. You're just a guest who has overstayed her welcome as far as I'm concerned. But I don't see any reason to extend any kind of kindness to someone who isn't even part of my family. So why don't you just get lost already? Oh, I will leave, and I wish you luck in all your future endeavors. You're going to need it. That's rich coming from you, do you know that? You're the one that was leeching off of my dad. And now that he's gone, you can't do anything for yourself, can you? All the rest of my family here have already gone back home. So it's high time that you pack up all of the things, or at least what I've left you, and never come back here. I take it that you still have no idea why your mom wasn't actually able to make it to the funeral, do you? Of course you don't. If you knew the truth, then you wouldn't be talking to me like this or wanting to live with her. What are you talking about? She didn't go to my dad's funeral because they're divorced, and it would have made things awkward. Even I can understand that. Do you think that you had gotten one up on me? Did you think that you were going to scare me or something? You really don't know anything if you did. You know what? Just don't say that I didn't warn you. If you're really going to be like this to me, then I'll go. But just know that if I go now, you won't ever be able to call on me for help. You've just lost your father, so I hope that you're sure you want to lose me too. Of course I want to lose you. It's been a dream of mine ever since you and my dad got married. Why would I ever go to someone like you for help in the first place? I never want to see your face ever again. Okay then, that's all I needed to know. Have a nice life. Don't screw it up too badly. Hello, Pearl. I was just wondering if you had finished getting everything ready for yourself over there. What in the world are you talking about? I thought I told you that I didn't want to have to talk to you ever again. I told you that I wanted to cut you out of my life, so why are you messaging me just 3 days later? If you're trying to message me because you think that you can get some of my dad's estate, then you're dead wrong, and it's not going to happen. I'm going to split it all between my mom and I. Your father's estate. I actually don't think that there's really all that much to inherit, if I can be honest with you. But anyways, I'm not contacting you as a relative or your stepmother or any of that. However, I am contacting you to let you know that I've sold the house, and so you will be having to move out of it quite soon. So I just wanted to know by about when you think you would be out of there. After all, I would hate to have to resort to forcing you out of the house, but I will if it comes to that. Whoa. Just hold on a second. What in the world are you going on about? This isn't your house to sell. It was my dad's house, and that means that it's my house too. I'm afraid that you're quite misinformed about that. It's actually in my name on the deed of the house. Wait. What? You mean, are you saying that this house is actually under your name? That you really own it? Well, of course. I was married to your father after all. Even if the house wasn't already in my name, it would pass on to me anyways. I may have let you get away with throwing out my things and forcing me to move out, but I always had the power to sell the house. This has got to be some kind of joke or something, right? I mean, I was going to live here with my mom, and now you're telling me that you're just going to throw us out? That is exactly what I said, yes. So since you seem to understand perfectly what it is that I'm trying to convey to you, would you kindly move out? Maybe I should try putting into words that you'll understand. You and I aren't family anymore. So why don't you pack up all of your little things into your suitcases and boxes and get out of my house already? What is this? What are you trying to do here? Is this a threat? Are you threatening me? Because if that's what you're trying to do, then I'm not going to fall for it. Besides, I know this is all just one big bluff. You can't actually do anything to me. We are going to keep living in this house, and there isn't a single thing that you're going to be able to do about it. Do you read me? You'll never be able to throw us out of here, no matter what you say. Are you really sure you want to try this? Because I can assure you that you'll regret it if you do, Pearl. I already know what you're faking, so why are you even bothering to keep up this act? Now, can you please just leave me alone? I don't want to have to ask again. Okay then, but you're forcing me to do something that I would really rather not be doing here. Selena, you pick up your phone right now. How many times have I called you and you still haven't picked up? Can you tell that there's serious trouble over here? I'm sorry. Who am I speaking to? I don't seem to have this number saved in my phone. Don't play dumb with me. I don't have time for your stupid little jokes. I want answers and I want them now. Are you really still trying to kick my mom and I out of my dad's house? What's with the guy you sent to my house? Was he real? And what is going on with my dad's will? I thought that I would have gotten paid out already. But he's been dead for a whole week now, and I still haven't gotten a single cent. I think that you and I have already talked about this, but there isn't much in the way of an inheritance for you to have, Pearl. What are you talking about? That can't be right. My dad died, and that means that all of his money and things should be mine. I mean, my dad ran his own company, for crying out loud. How can you try and tell me that he doesn't have any money at all that I should be inheriting? It wasn't that there was nothing. It's just that I've already given you your share of your inheritance. And for the record, it should be enough to get you through, for a few months. So if you should at least be grateful for that. Wait, what? What are you talking about? You mean those few thousands of dollars that I got after he died? You're not trying to tell me that's exactly all he had left, right? I mean, my dad should have had $1 million in cash laying around by the time he died. My mom said so, and she wouldn't lie to me. It is true that your dad did run his own company, but that certainly doesn't mean that he was a millionaire. And as for his money and business, I've actually been bequeathed of all of it. Wait, what do you mean? But you're not even related to him. You're just his wife. This doesn't make any sense at all. To you, I might not have anyone, but did you really think that I was no one to your father? He chose to marry me. We loved each other. Not only that, but according to the letter of the law, as his wife, I am entitled to his estate. I think you should also know that your father thought about his own death quite often. In fact, we had multiple conversations on this topic. But ever since his death, it's become clear to me that living another day under the same roof as you would be impossible. But just remember that this is what you wanted as well. So why don't you just take your things and your mother and go somewhere else? No, I refuse to accept anything that you're trying to tell me. I mean, why should we have to move out? Why should I have to leave my own home? I've already explained all of this to you. But as for your mother, didn't you think there was a reason why not just your dad, but his entire family stopped communicating with her? Do you have any idea what it was that caused everyone to have nothing to do with her? Why are you bringing up my mom right now? What does she have to do with any of this at all? We were talking about you kicking me out of my house. You really don't know anything at all then. It was your mom who stole all the money from your father and his company and then ran away. After that, your dad's company was in really bad way and was on the brink of collapse. In those days, I still happened to be working in consulting. So your dad was looking for someone who could help save his company, and that's when he met me. But that's also when I learned all about the kind of person that your mother really was. That's why he also tried to prevent you from meeting her. But you know what? After taking all his money, your mom didn't even make a fuss about not being able to see his family or even you. Not that any of your dad's family would have allowed it anyways. But No, that can't be true. My mom isn't that kind of person. You're lying to me. She told me that her and my dad split up because he cheated on her. And she told me that you were the woman that he was cheating on when they did leave each other. Did she really tell you all of that? Because I suggest that you ask her one more time for the real truth. I met your father after him and your mom had split up. And the reason I met him is because we were working together to save his company. Your dad would have been left in massive debt if he hadn't found me, and I hadn't helped save his company. But that's also the reason why your inheritance from your dad was only a few $1,000s. So you're really telling me that all of this is my mom's fault? She did this? She's the reason I don't have money or even a house? That's right, but I guess that you must have been in secret contact with her this whole time. Of course, I think that your dad knew quite well that you were talking with your mom. What do you mean? I thought this was just a secret between Mom and I. How did my dad find out that the two of us were talking? You really think that a father doesn't know his own daughter? I think he could just sense it. He wanted you to be able to make your own choices, but he had his reasons for trying to keep you and your mom apart for as long as he did. He just knew that she would try and steal everything from you too. That's why he did his best not to have too large of an estate when he died. Instead, he arranged things so that I would inherit everything and would be able to keep it safe from your mom. He trusted me that much and took that trust in me to the grave. So now, it's my duty to respect his wishes no matter what. So then, Dad did all of this so that my mom wouldn't try and take advantage of me? Just because I would have to come into all of his money? That's right. He wanted to try and shield you from the people who would want to take advantage of you. But I guess it was all for nothing. After all, despite my best efforts, you insisted on insulting me, throwing me out of the house and trying to cut me out of your life. And that's why I've decided to sell the house. You had so many chances to change your mind and make the better choice. But if you really want to live with your mom that badly, then you can be my guest. But hold on a second. You can't just say that. I didn't know about any of this at all. I was working with the wrong information. I mean, do you really think I would have acted this way if I knew all that to begin with? I really don't think that it would matter. Besides, you were the one who either threw out or sold anything in the house that had to do with your father and I. So I really don't care what excuses you have for yourself now. What you were doing and the way you were acting was just unforgivable. I was married to your father for 10 years. I took care of you and did my best to raise you in all that time too. But if you don't want me in your life, if this is the path that you want to go down, then I want you out of the house now. I don't believe this. How could you do this to me? You should have told me about all this from the very start. This is all your fault. You are entitled to your feelings, Pearl, but I don't think knowing the truth would have really changed all that much. But at least you have your real mom to get along with now, right? You know, I was actually worried that your father's dying would really upset you or drive you into some kind of depression. But instead, you just read it as the green light to do and say all the horrible things to me that you've been wanting to. Well, I don't see why I should have to put up with an ungrateful little brat like you either. So for the last time, get out of my house and take your lousy mother with you. I felt horrible after what I said to Pearl. It wasn't because I was worried that I had upset Pearl, but more so because I felt like I had failed Quinn. I knew that he hoped that Pearl and I would be able to come together as a family, but it just didn't work. In the end, I went through with selling the house, and Pearl did, in fact, move out her mother. Sometimes I wonder if Quinn's plan to withhold so much of Pearl's inheritance was really a good idea since things have ended like this. Last I heard, she's already working a full-time job and is putting her all into it. I heard through a relative of Quinn's that she's saving up to be able to afford to go to college. Seeing that made me think that maybe Quinn wasn't trying to protect Pearl from others. Instead, I think he was trying to protect her from herself and teach her how to be able to work for and provide for yourself. And I've taken that lesson to heart, as well as I've started really managing Quinn's company. Now I just hope that one day, in the future, that Pearl will have had enough time to reflect on her actions and that we can see each other. I haven't given up on her. If not for my own sake, then for the sake of the promises that I made to my husband before he died. But until that day, I am going to keep working as the head of Quinn's company. I've even decided to set some money aside to give to Pearl in the event that she does finally come to her senses. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.